Today's topic is analogy of blockchain. This the document gets distributed instead of being copied or transferred. This thus creates a decentralized distribution chain that gives everyone access to the document at the same time. No one is required to wait for changes to be done by another party, while all modification and or insertion to the document are being recorded in real time, making all the relevant changes completely transparent with a date and timestamp. Of course, blockchain is much more complicated and complex than a Google document, but the analogy of Google document properly fits into the blockchain technology as because it illustrates three critical ideas of the blockchain. Each blockchain comprises multiple blocks, and each block has following three basic elements. The data in the block, a 32-bit whole number called a nonce. The nonce is randomly generated when a block is created, which then generates a block header hash. The hash is a 256-byte number joined or wedded to the nonce. It must start with a huge number of zeros, be extremely small. When the first block of a chain is created, a nonce generates the cryptographic hash. The data in the block is considered signed and forever tied to the nonce and hash unless it's miners create new blocks on the chain through a process called mining. In a blockchain, every block has its own unique nonce and hash, but also gives reference of the hash of the previous block in the chain. So mining a block is not that easy as it appears, especially no larger chain. Miners use special software to solve the most complex math problem of finding a nonce that generates an expected hash. Because the nonce is only 32 bytes and the hash is 256, there are roughly 4 billion possible nonce hash combinations that must be mined before the right one is found. When that happens, miners are said to have found the golden nonce, and their block is added to the chain. Making a change to any preceding block in the chain requires complete re-mining of not just the block with the change but all of the blocks that come after. This is why it's extremely difficult to tamper with blockchain technology. Nodes can be any kind of electronic device that maintains copies of the blockchain and keeps the network functioning. Decentralization is the most important concept in blockchain technology. There is no owner, instead everything is controlled by a foolproof system. It is a distributed ledger via the nodes connected to the chain. Every node has its own copy of the blockchain, and the network must algorithmically approve any newly mined block for the chain to be updated, trusted and verified. Every action in the ledger can be easily checked and viewed. Each participant is given a unique alphanumeric identification number that shows their transactions. Combining public information with a system of checks and balance helps the blockchain maintain integrity and creates trust among users.